My name is Emma Lane, and I lead Global Business Moments here at Snap.
And I'm Zoe, Brand Strategy Lead for Commerce at Snap.
I have never taken a written test without using a Pilot Precise pen. The feeling of the ink hitting the paper made me feel really prepared for some reason. I used to get more excited to shop for soccer preseason than my first week of school outfit. And I still try to mimic some of my retro school outfits. I'm still wearing blue velvet to this day. My back to school memories mainly include my must-have products and clothing and reuniting with friends. This is something we can all probably relate to, regardless of how ever evolving the back to school landscape is. Here at Snap, we've done a lot of research to understand what the past 2 years of constant changes mean for our community, and in turn what that means for your brand. Today we will be your guides, giving you a cheat sheet to help you ace every one of your campaigns.
This back-to-school campaign will be more important than ever, and students and parents say that they're all feeling all of the feels. In fact, they've identified that being independent and showing how they've changed from years prior are more important during this back-to-school season than any previous years. And during this back-to-school, a time when your brand is trying to figure out how to break through the clutter and understand where and how people are shopping, we want you to remember one key thing. And that is, your relationship with the customer matters and cannot be taken for granted. The number one way to drive more purchases and foster deeper connections with customers is to show up meaningfully throughout the back-to-school season. So you may wonder, what does that mean and how can you take action? It's anchored by 3 main priorities: the length, depth, and joy.
Let's start with length, the length of your campaign. Back to school isn't one day. We see that planning starts as early as end of June, with browsing and researching peaking 1 month before school starts. Clearly, research is a vital part of the back-to-school shopping journey for both students and parents on Snapchat. These are important shopping decisions, which is why 83% of Snapchatter students and 93% of Snapchatter parents research back-to-school products. One important thing to note is that Snapchatters are making purchases consistently from the research phase through the start of school. After the first wave of purchases, Snapchatters review any products they made to match their school-provided lists, look at what friends have bought, and then determine what they still need.
And this all means that you need to start earlier than when you typically engage your shoppers. Starting early could help influence purchase decisions in the research phase of this user journey and drive conversions more efficiently. And if you want to move the needle for your business, you cannot wait until August to start advertising. These mindsets we mentioned translate to less impulse purchases, and your brands need to be loud when shoppers are in that mindset. Immersion is the holy grail. Shoppers will react to creative that speaks to the planning mindset clearly. Create shareable experiences with copy that highlights their back-to-school must-haves or dorm room styles. This will maximize shareability and make sure your products break through the clutter during this planning period. You can also associate your products with the attitude of the students that they want to embody. Empower shoppers to be confident, to stand out, and be sure to include your products to drive home your association with this time period.
Now that we've talked about when your campaign should start, let's talk about how to deepen your relationship with your audience. This is a generation of highly connected and informed consumers who want the advice of friends and family, and that's where your brand comes in. Shoppers are looking for brands to provide comprehensive support in one-stop shopping through experiences like content and AR.
And here's some expert creative tips we'll want you to consider. First, if you have coupons or discounts for your upcoming back-to-school campaign, be sure to incorporate them in your value prop messaging across your campaign. Second, both students and parents want to be able to envision your products or services and how they can play into their everyday lives. So think of ways to bring in immersive experiences through your content or AR strategy. And 3, maximize your brand's discoverability by building and maintaining your business profile on Snap. Business Profiles offers a brand a free and permanent home on Snapchat, allowing for your products and experiences to be able to be discovered long after your campaign has ended.
Your connection with consumers does not end at the time of purchase. The celebration of purchase is equally as important. Why? Because when people are given opportunities to celebrate their purchases, they absolutely will. And this in turn will inspire others on their own shopping journey. Imagine I share my outfit, new headphones, or new shoes with my friends. They love it. They check out the lens I was using, try on those products from the comfort of their own home, and then make a purchase. They then share that with their network. This is what true brand and product advocacy looks like.
And with this in mind, it's important to create experiences that foster and inspire communal shopping and sharing. You can do this through people-first creative, product-first creative, and leveraging familiar reminders. So let's talk about people-first creatives. Put the shopper at the center. Empathy can go a long way in turning inspiration into purchases. For example, AR trial experiences allow students and parents to see your products on them, not on models or influencers. Moreover, seeing talents who Snapchatters feel represented them can create familiarity between the brand and the shopper. And then there's product-first creatives. Build your creative around your hero products or showcase a collection of products that teases the shopper's interest. And then there's familiar reminders. Everything that once was old always becomes new again. There's a reason Gen Z is nostalgic for all things 90s. Lean into the film and camcorder design elements, products that are considered classics, or experiences that throw it back to the 90s or old school days when things were, well, simpler.
Let's close this out by talking about the joy within the back-to-school journey. Snapchat has always aimed to create a community that inspires curiosity and true self-expression. This has fostered a culture of unparalleled optimism and positivity, even during back to school, a time that is tied to heightened emotions of anxiety and feeling overwhelmed. Snapchatters are more happy during back to school season than non-Snapchatters, and this will translate to more powerful connections, especially when it comes to building brand loyalty. Snapchatters want to associate with brands that help them feel their best selves and help them prioritize their mental health through fun. With everything that is going on around us, feeling supported by close friends, family, brands, and platforms is more important than ever.
And it's time to take a step back and ask yourselves what value you could add to a Snapchatter's life by enabling them to feel authentically themselves. Perhaps one place to start is by giving them an opportunity to share what makes them happy. And this could be a filter or perhaps a purchase that they made during back to school. This is how it will look like when we're designing with these creatives in mind. First, exude brightness and positivity through your campaign messaging and visuals. Second, check in with your shoppers. We're in this for the long haul, not for a quick purchase. So be a part of that community and craft messages around demonstrating your support. And third, allowing personalization or including an interactive component in your content or AR strategy to keep Snapchatters engaged. And with that, do you feel ready to ace your campaign? When in doubt, remember to think about the length of the campaign, the depth of the connection to your shoppers, and ensure that you're consistently tapping into joy and being a part of that community.
Have questions? Your Snap team is well-versed in the subject and art of Snapchatters and back to school. We're always just a snap or email away to answer any of your brand-specific questions.